welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, your girl is going to discuss Love is Blind Season 7, Episodes 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Yes, child. We're going to go ahead and combine them all together because your girl was way behind, but I done got caught up. And baby, it's some things I want to say. Because I got so much things to say, girl, we're going to just go ahead and jump right into it. Just do me a favor and thumbs up the video because I already know you're going to like it. And if you're new here, girl, consider subscribing because it's a vibe. And if you pulling back up, that's why I fucks with you. Okay. Now that I done got all that out the way. Still to this point, I don't know if the man name is Stefan or Steven. I think it's Stefan, so we're going to go with Stefan. Tomatoes. It starts off with him taking Monica on a whole little date to the flower shop. Sis said, I want flowers, and Steven said, I'm going to do you one better. We're going to pull up to the whole keepsake date. Truth be told, he won some brownie points with me now, I ain't going to lie. Because I love a man that listens. She had been stressing about the whole putting it into action, which I'm still a little bit confused about. Because how the hell she expected that in Cabo? But anyway. Then we see Nick take Hannah to go and check out his place. How old is this man? I mean, ain't nothing wrong with living with the parents. I ain't gonna lie, honey, because I wish I can go back to no responsibilities. But damn. I think the problem here is the whole big energy in the pods only to be in the positions that he is in. Does that make any sense? I be scratching my head because I'm like, I remember how he acted here, but then now that the ball is rolling and we see more into it, you ain't really giving what you was saying you gave. That's what it was giving. He's showing her his room. Now we can clearly tell that Hannah didn't like it. And don't come for me because I feel like he felt some type of way as well. The way he was overly explaining himself to the camera as to why he decides to reside with his family now. Baby, you ain't got to explain nothing to me. If you like it, I love it. Any opportunity Hannah got, she clowned his ass, honey. I caught secondhand embarrassment. Am I the only one? She went from about the pool table when she was expecting to be in a man cave and not in the basement of his parents' house to him being a whole damn relative but not even an old damn homeowner. And we ain't gonna talk about when she was saying, so I guess I'm gonna have to be quiet, or the women who come here gotta be quiet. Can't even get loud when it's time to do the do. It was loud and clear to me that sis was very turned off. Well, what you thought about it? Then we see Ramses meet up with Marissa girls. I'm well aware how girl code works, okay? Especially when a new man come into play, girl. We coming with all the questions, honey. A book of them. I do kind of feel like the friends was a little bit concerned over the what ifs when they were already verified. That wouldn't even be the case. So we might as well just overlook it. Do you understand what I'm saying? And if you're not really following me, honey, I'm referring to the whole military situation. Ramses have been very vocal that he don't really care for the whole military and what it stands for and people who serve and so forth. Not that he doesn't have respect for them, but it's just not his cup of tea. Even to the point where he was like, hey, if you go back to the military, honey, that's it with us. And the friends really took that to the heart, honey. They took it to the heart. And like Marissa said, like, baby, y'all just relax. Take a chill pill. I don't have no intent to pull back up and serve. So we don't have to worry about that. I just don't think it's a big deal if there's no intention behind it. You understand? If that's not the plan, then why we worry? I do like, though, that they have these tough questions so that the air is cleared expeditiously, honey. There will be no surprises later on down the line. We then see Tim meet Alex's parents. Y'all heard her say we're going to just leave the proposal part out and we just going to talk about us and then we'll will it in on them later on down the line. They went in with a plan strategically at that. She even said that, hey, my parents' opinions matter. My family opinions matter. And baby, if they don't like you, then we can't be. I personally felt like the meetup went quite well. Everyone was very welcoming, especially the mother. I felt like it was a very intimate moment when Tim went and read the letter that he created in the pods to Alex's father. I was literally almost in tears, honey, when the father actually accepted his proposal and accepted him into the family. Then we see Taylor take Garrett to her home, and then they have those discussions as to who's gonna be living with who and how this gonna go once we seal the deal. Sounds like Garrett don't really low-key want to move to a whole nother damn state, city, none of that. And neither does his family, which I don't blame him. Like, why I gotta move to you? I personally feel like in circumstances like that, why don't we find a mutual place to move to rather than you're moving for me and I'm moving for you? Like, you know, do that make sense? So if you lived in LA and I lived in Florida, let's come together and say we want to move to Tennessee and then move on together. And then that way we're both stepping outside our comfort zone. We're both, you know what I'm saying? It's a mutual thing. I just don't want nobody to regret it later. I feel like they did this for me. You know, later on, throw it up in somebody's face like, oh, I moved here for you and blah, blah, blah. No. So I feel like to keep that out of the whole equation, let's kind of like mutually do something together. But that's just my opinion. Sounds like Steven lost his damn job on his day off. It's giving like the Friday movie. I was so confused. Can I say that I was actually so surprised that Monica seemed to have taken it so well, being that she really expressed her concerns about a person that she dates when it comes to finances, success, etc. And I don't know about you, but early on, it'll be a real turnoff early on for you to just drop and lose your job all of a sudden. Especially if I'm supposed to pick up the slack, being that I'm labeled as the fiance. I don't even know you like that, bruh. You can't expect me to take the wheel. I don't know if I have mentioned this before, but Stefan is definitely giving me sass vibes, honey. I was feeling some type of way for quite some time, and my concerns was validated when Monica mentioned, and please watch out with the butt stabs. Personally, I think that he's doing it on purpose, even though he said he wasn't. Baby, you don't know which hole to put it in? Then he brings up pegging. And look, I'm not against anybody who chooses to be pegged, okay? That's your business. That's your prerogative. Hey, you can do what you want to do. It's your prerogative. But I just feel like he was just too overly into the... A man of mine, I'll just say this and then I won't say nothing else. I don't want a man of mine to be as excited about the conversation of pegging. That's just my personal preference, though. No disrespect to those who like it. I wanted them to continue to have that conversation so bad, especially because I had been having these little feelings and things low key. And then he seemed to be so obsessed with the thought of having a vagina himself. Like, sir, I literally imagine myself being so turned on. I'm talking about Aquafina flow, ready to get it in, right? And then he rambles and then says something that's just such a turn off. And then just instantly I'm dry, like a little desert. Because of him just saying the wrong thing at the wrong damn time. Then we see Hannah discuss with Nick bills, responsibilities, expectations, and so forth when they do get married. Sis says she tired of asking him to take the damn trash out. If I took a shot as many times as I heard Hannah call him immature or just belittle him, I say that, I'd be drunk as hell right now. I'd be drunk as hell. Would have had to be sleeping for 40 days and 40 nights to recover. I would need electrolyte packets and IV drips for recovery purposes. Like, that's just how much she throws it out there. Now, don't get me wrong. These type of questions are very important and valid, especially if you're planning on marrying somebody. I was a low-key taken aback, though, that his only responsibility is his damn car insurance. Sir, you damn near 30 and you're only... I mean, times are hard, though. So, truth be told, I wouldn't mind swapping places with him right now because life be life and these bills be billing. But it's just, I feel like where Hannah's point of view is coming from is how you gonna be the man of the house. Like, she wants a man that's gonna lead, you know, head of the household type of thing, not vice versa. After hearing all of this, his parents pay his phone bill. His parents pay this. His parents pay that. It's giving man boy. I just personally feel like he doesn't have the experience to be a man, a married man. Thank God he worked though. I'm trying to figure out where all his money going though. I'm just so taken aback the fact that he kept on throwing out the whole maturity situation towards Hannah. Yet all this tea that was recently spilled about his ass is giving Nick, you don't know what the hell mature is either. Well, damn, Ashley Daddy. He actually looked like her damn brother than her dad. We gonna call him Mr. GQ. So we see Mr. GQ gets to asking all these questions to Tyler. And may I add, if you don't know, that this is my favorite couple of this season. Tyler did very well, which I expected that from him. I mean, what else would he give? With answering the questions. And I love that Ashley's dad was not being biased. Whatever he asked Tyler, he was asking Ashley as well. I'm glad he gave his blessing, because I overall do also feel that Tyler is a decent man for sure. But you see, he kept reiterating, this is my only daughter. And in the words of RuPaul, don't get up. Then all of a sudden, we go into a whole scene with Monica and Taylor sit on the couch crying with each other. She mentioned something about Steven or Stefan or Stephanie, whatever, child, at this point. Didn't even come home, honey. And then she had done read some text messages that was very disturbing. She said the text messages was full of fetishes. Now, who the hell else wasn't surprised? Anybody talking about BDSM, butt jabs, or butt stabs, and pegging gotta have a few fetishes lined up, in my opinion. Anybody else want to see the damn messages though? Like, how do we just come straight into the whole, like, what happened? It was definitely giving cliffhanger. I want to know a little more. According to Monica, Stefan been texting somebody for 2 days straight, and all his ass could say when she confronted him was, "You're right. You know, you're right." He been saying, "You're right." Do he have a damn mind of his own? Because, baby, he say "you're right" to everything. I don't know if that's his way of coping, like, or his way of, like, shutting down to avoid confrontation. But she always right. I think we all established that Monica is always right. It was Monica asking for her coin back before he left. Like, she said, "Baby, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here and make sure you run me my coin. Pull out Venmo right now. Right now. The money I've been covering you with since you done lost your job, I'm going to need that back." Now, he pulled out that phone and sent the money back real quick. Anybody else want to know how much it was? Anybody else was curious to know if he really sent back all of it? Question though was, if he was capable of pulling out Venmo and refunding her money right away, why in the hell he couldn't take care of his own self while he been out of work? He apologized for wasting her time, for coming on the show. And he pretty much got his and rolled out, like Ludacris said. Anybody was caught off guard with this? I don't know if I really believed that these two were like signed, sealed, and delivered when it came to actually getting married at the altar. I kind of had some concerns. Personally, I just didn't know if he really liked dating black women. Did he say it? Maybe I missed it. And it was giving he was trying to kind of like fit in a little. I don't know. With the whole small percentage of being black, like, why are we even mentioning that? Like, because you're dating a black woman, you want to let her know that you have like a 0.5% speck of black in you. Like, I don't know. I don't know how you felt about that whole little conversation, but I wasn't expecting it to happen this way, but I don't think I was expecting them to marry anyway. Then we see Taylor and Garrett come in and console her, and that's how the hell they end episode 8. Episode 9 starts with Nick meeting Hannah's brother. Anybody else thought he was a vibe? I felt like they all sat around like they been longtime friends. To me, Nick and Hannah is giving Mean Girls energy. Like, you can't tell or decipher if they're jokes are playful or for real. And a lot of times there's truth behind jokes. I personally just don't see that this couple is gonna marry. I don't see it. I feel like I stopped believing in them when they came out and seen each other and she realized that he was smaller than what she expected. He has a lot more growing up to do, in my opinion. He definitely got a few more mango seasons, child. And then we see Hannah's bro and Nick kind of have their own private conversation in regards to how Hannah can come off at times. No lies were detected throughout their conversation. I'll say that. I did agree with them. Nick felt like she could be a little bit too harsh at times. And at a lot of the times, it's hard to bounce back from some of the things that she said. I imagine her to be very verbally abusive. We're hearing that Garrett's parents have a lot of unsettling thoughts towards this whole experience. Which their thoughts are valid. Garrett just wants to make sure that she doesn't feel like it's directed towards her as a person, and it's more just them having concerns. Sounds like Taylor parents drinking the same damn water as Garrett's parents as far as being on board with this whole process. They not feeling it. I'm not sure how strong they would be though without both support systems, because it sounds like family is very important to them. We did see Tyler show Alex his home. Very clean, very well kept. I did not expect anything different than what I saw as far as his home. I mean, he just gives those vibes to me. Then we get to seeing Ramses meeting up with Marissa's family. Now, I don't know if this is your first time watching a video in regards to this season's recap, but I've expressed before that I felt like Ramses and Marissa resembles. Like they can definitely be brothers and sisters. And then when we seen all the other siblings there of Marissa's, I mean, like he literally fit in. And then the icing on the cake was when Marissa's mother actually said it. She said she was low-key creeped out. And I don't blame her, because who the hell want to date somebody that look like their brother or their daddy? Or I just... Ugh. Mama definitely made me realize that I'm not tripping, baby, because I kept saying it. And the more I seen him, especially when she wore curly hair. Now, I don't know if the reason why she straightened her hair out is because she wanted to, you know, not look so much like Ramses. But I was just like, well, damn, they look too much alike, honey. What about Marissa's mom talking about she don't too much like Ramses' look? Giving 80s, girl. Then they start throwing out all the he looks like. I heard El DeBarge, Jerry Curl, S Curl. I heard cut them two she got hanging down like that. Like I was just cracking up, to be honest. I love people low key though, like her mom, with that type of personality, where they're very blunt but funny. She had a lot of concerns about Ramses' employment, schooling, prenups. I do kind of feel like it should be boundaries though when it comes to the whole conversation. Like, it's nothing wrong with the family coming together, seeing what type of, you know, person that their child is dating. But when it gets to the whole prenup, like I personally would talk to my child about that. Like, baby, make sure before you say I do, you get some in writing. You know what I'm saying? Versus, I don't know how, I don't too much care for when the parents come and be drilling and saying things that's none of their damn business and out of line. Going a little bit too far. That's just me though. Because I done been in the hot seat. And I done been in situations where it was just like, I do understand her concerns though. Because she says that Marissa has been over a few times and she's not willing to sit back and let that happen again. Very valid points. But stay in your lane, mama. Stay in your lane. I love that when Marissa asks mom, do you give your blessing? And she's like, well, it depends on if a prenup is involved. And she's like, mom, let me handle this. I got this. Relax, chill. Damn. Hannah's parents look very young. Her dad wasn't bad looking either. They seem to be very laid back and go with the flow type of people. It's crazy how everybody has the same experience with Hannah though. They like, yeah, she definitely nitpicks. Yeah, she definitely not always so easy to get along with. Yeah, she's a little overcritical at times. Yeah, she could be a little overly picky too. But they also mention that she's overall a good person. Then we see Tim visit Alex's overstimulated home. Those two his home and her home was given night and day. I ain't gonna lie though, I can definitely relate to the whole clothes everywhere situation. Like, I don't know what it is. Ladies, come on now. I can't, me and Alex can't be the only one. When you go in there and you looking for a certain item, and then next thing you know, you pulling out everything, and then it's time for you to get to where you gotta go by the time you figure out what you're wearing. So then you gotta leave everything. We then watch Marissa and Ramses go back and forth about condoms and no condoms. I don't know about you, but baby, I need to see your my chart. I need to see some type of paperwork, because what do you mean you don't like to use condoms? Now, sis is saying I'm not comfortable with getting on birth control. That's just out of the question. Yet you're saying that we're not going to have no kids until about 4 or 5 years. the math ain't mathing. He kept stressing that, baby, it's less enjoyable having condom sex, okay? I mean, am I the only one who was a little shocked by that, though? I mean, they only knew each other for about 2.5 seconds, and they already having no condom sex? We didn't see Hannah go and meet with Nick D's family. And they seem to really love Hannah, and she came with all the gifts, honey. Okay, look at her. Look at her trying to win them over. Now, Nick dad is saying that with time and being with her, he will probably learn how to become a man. But listen, who the hell want to raise a man? Nobody. Okay, damn sure not Hannah. He feels like he can learn from her, but this ain't that type of show. Hannah did bring up the lack of responsibility to his mama, and then she mentioned, of course, the mama gonna always take up for the boys, honey. They always do. They always baby them too, for the most part. And she's like, well, you know, I just want to give my kids the life I never had, which ain't nothing wrong with that. But baby, it comes a point in time, and the time is here, especially with him trying to go on a show and get married. Like, what the hell? Not my favorite couple hit a roadblock 2 weeks before the wedding day. Not him being a sperm donor. Not him having not one, not two, but 3 kids. That definitely blew my mind, because he kept on talking about kids this, kids that. I'm going to come up with the name. You take one name, I'll take another name. When we have our children, it was always a conversation about the kids, which I really liked. And for him to have 3 of them already. Now, what I don't like is how this show this season is coming in with the tea, but they ain't coming in full force. They just dropping just a little sprinkle on you. So we see the little sprinkle. They sitting on the couch. She crying. He looking crazy. And I'm like, what the hell happened? And then we hear the whole little, you know, and it was like bits and pieces thrown out. It was never no whole, like, straight factual information. Either you gonna tell the tale or don't tell it at all. I agree with Ashley, though. Like, how in the whole hell you leave that out? We've been talking about kids since day one. You've been telling me you love me since 3 seconds in. You mean to tell me you forgot to say... You forgot to mention that you was a sperm donor? And like, how is it even working? Like, are you involved in the kids? I mean, sperm donor usually mean that you're not. But like, we need more information. I know I speak for everybody when I say that we the people need more information. How can we make a logical conclusion about the whole situation when we barely even know what the hell is going on? We literally trying to sit here and put puzzle pieces together our own damn self. I don't like that for me. I don't like that for you. Like, how did she find out? I need more. Tyler is asking for a second chance, and he's expressing that this is not how he wanted things to end. And that's how episode 9, Love is Blind, come to an end. Then we move right on along to Love is Blind, season 7, episode 10 recap. And it starts with Marissa and Ramses having trouble in regards to intimacy. Like, what is going on? They standing on the balcony, everybody looking down and not down and depressed. And I'm just like, well, what the hell happened? They were so cheerful and playful just a few seconds ago. How did we get here? We don't know. This season, they leaving out a whole lot. But apparently, Rams is feeling some type of way about intimacy, being touched. He said they got it in. It was going down in Cabo. When they got back home, subsided. She's saying that it got a lot to do with her health. Sometimes she don't want to be touched. Sometimes she don't want to be. I feel like that's just a woman, honey. It's just one of them days when I gotta be all alone. Just one of them days. Don't take it personal. I just want to be all alone. And don't take it personal, baby. I felt like she should have played that song for his ass, because Ramses wasn't getting it, honey. It ain't nothing against you. It's just today ain't the day. This actually raised concerns, though, for Marissa, because she like, well, wait a minute. If I'm not feeling well, if I'm sick, if I'm down and out, would you step out because you need physical touch? You need that attention? Then we goes into Ashley and Tyler talking about their whole little situation, child. Because I don't know all the tea. I don't even know what to really say about it. I mean, I don't even know how to feel about it. I mean, the only thing I can say is that he should have said it. He had plenty of opportunity to say it. Did I miss the tea being spilled? Maybe I got up and went to the bathroom. Did they say it or did they not? Was there an NBA? Is that what it's called? Sign where you can't talk you can't say something, that person can't be a part of the conversation, you can't speak on it. Well, is that in the equation or something? Because I don't understand. We didn't see Alex meet up with Tim's parents, and it went pretty good. But then all of a sudden, Tim got into his bitch fits, which I see that he typically like to have. Apparently, he's offended that she had to go to school and that the girl got tired, and he expected, because his parents drove for 40 days and 40 nights, for her to sit out there and keep them company the entire time while they there. And apparently this happened when the cameras went off, because baby, we ain't see it. Now I do want to say that I probably would have a problem if somebody mishandled my parents as well. I just feel like he kind of overreacts on certain situations. It's like, when he's feeling some type of way, he just completely going shutdown mode. He has an attitude like worse than a damn female. I don't know. It's just, his concerns are valid, but we don't know all the tea to really say that that's what really happened. Because remember now, they withholding footage for whatever reason this season. So it's like, I can't really side with him. From what we know, that could have came off a little rude if you just immediately go and lay down and then sleep for hours. But she said she slept for 8 hours. So I'm assuming she came back out and mingled. I don't know. Tim just seems to be a bit of a drama queen. It's like he's either overreacting or not reacting enough. Very petty-like energy. It's giving he's the type that'll keep tabs, or when you did something, so that he can go and do it and then later say, well, I did that because remember when you did that? Yeah, it's giving that energy, and I hate that. It's like he lacks communication, and he expects you to be a mind reader. A man that don't communicate well is the worst man in the whole wide world. I'm going to just say they are very hard to get along with. It's hard to be with them. Alex mentioned that neither one of them are giving the energy that they gave in the positive, and she just trying to figure out what's up. She trying to gain that mojo back. Sounds like they both are very much at a breaking point. I personally feel like it's way too early to be sweating the small stuff. Like, there's no reason why you're in a relationship for, I don't even know how long it's been. Can we say a month yet? I don't even know if it's safe to say a month. And y'all already are like bickering all the time. Or there's numerous of arguments. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do feel like an argument is okay to be had, or disagreement, I'll say, because then you could be able to see how people also handles these type of situations, because that's important, right? You don't want to go in a relationship and be like, well, we never had an argument, and then you're taken aback when y'all do have an argument and get explosive or abusive. Hell, hopefully not. But so I definitely don't think it's bad to see a person not always in their best, but I do feel like it's just too soon to be at a point where they're at, in my opinion. And all of a sudden, Tim drops an unexpected bomb, honey. He says he don't want to see her ass no more. He done with the whole situation. He good. I feel like he just dived into the deep end and didn't even know how to swim. Like, I just felt like, wow, like it was that much to where you couldn't take it no more. Like, I wasn't expecting that. Like, this is another couple that I was a little 50-50 with when it came to if they actually was gonna marry each other. But I definitely wasn't expecting him to just throw in the towel that easily. He said what he wants out of his wife in life, it is not her. Personally, I don't think he ever got over whatever the hell happened in Cabo. That's a whole nother situation that we didn't get to see all the footage of. All we know is that she called him out of his name and he didn't like it. He never been able to swallow that pill. I feel like he been ready to throw the towel in from that point. And let me just say that, because I don't want nobody to feel like, I don't think he's wrong for seeing things or red flags and deciding to stand on business and say, you know, I'm not settling. But I don't feel like that was the case here. Did you? Alex was so pissed, and she was most upset that he sat in the presence of her dad, read that damn letter in tears with his crybaby ass, and then want to turn around this quick 2 days later, maybe a day later, and say that he don't want to marry her ass no more. Like, how do you just flip a switch on and off like that when it come to love? That's gonna be making me feel like they don't be loving people for real. He think he did his bit one by saying he don't ever want to see her again. But honey, I feel like Alex dodged a bullet. He was never my favorite. Then we get into, I don't know, this particular episode here was just drama filled, honey, okay? Everything was just falling, okay? Everything was just crumbling slowly but surely. We didn't see Garrett and Taylor have their whole little issue. And they walk into the damn party and they like, she's like, well, you should never like this message. You shouldn't be responding to no message from your ex. Like, me and you are doing this. There should be no outsiders. Like, what you had before you came here should no longer exist. And don't you hate to get in an argument before it's time for you to have to go around people or be at some type of event or something? Like, I hate that, because now you got to walk in there and pretend everything is good. Good thing they all are like very understanding women. Like, I'm loving this whole group of women this time around. No cattiness, no mean girlism going on. Like, everybody is like very supportive. So she can go in there and cry on their shoulder and they'll be all right. But baby, I hate that in real life, okay? So now we get all the couples at this little party, honey. And so everybody's showing up, and Tim, he's on cloud 9 because he think he did his big one, child. I wouldn't give a damn if he ever get any more TV time, to be honest with you. We see the boys over there giggling and laughing and having a good old time, and we see the girls sitting over there like sour pussies, honey. And Ashley gets to start talking like, hey, Tyler got kids. And everybody like, what? Y'all know, like on what is it? Grown Ups, when the boy be like, what? That's what it was giving. Then we see Monica arrive to the party, and she actually tells the girls that, you know, I don't have no hard feelings against Stephen or Steven or whatever the hell it is. I just don't want to be with him. I don't have nothing else to say to that man, but no hard feelings. I even remember Garrett and Taylor mentioning that she asked them to check in on him as well. So I do feel like she really did care about that man, and she has a good heart. Then Bodon arrives. Then Katie arrives. Like, I don't know. Am I the only person who didn't remember Katie? Did she have much TV time? They said that or Nick said that they dated a few times in the beginning, but I don't remember her. And how in the hell is Hannah and Katie best friends? Didn't they just meet? Or did they know each other before they came here? I was a little confused. Help me, child. Hannah breaks her neck to introduce Katie to Nick. Mind you, when they was at the house, she asked him, was there anybody that you wanted to have a conversation with, or you was looking forward to speaking with or seeing or so forth? And he was like, oh yeah, Katie. I'm like, well, who the hell is that? So when Katie arrived, I guess Hannah say, hey, I'll do you one better. I'll bring Katie to you. You ain't got to go looking for her. Marissa says she don't have no doubts in her mind that she picked the right person. Okay, I guess Bodon won her damn tight. Then we see Garrett and Taylor sit at the table with, who that was? Ashley and Tyler, honey. And he just starts to spilling the beans now, baby. Either he forgot Taylor was sitting there, or he had too much to damn drink, because he started saying he ain't even had told her. He literally said, oh, well, I responded and I let her know. She's like, well, hold up, way to the hood again, we saw we got paid. Like, hold on, you ain't say that part when we was walking. When we talked about it 2.5 seconds ago, you ain't say that part. Now you get here and the story changing up. Taylor was big, man. She walked on off. She went to crying. Ashley went running behind her. Hannah then gets to talking about his immaturity, child. And I'm talking about Nick D. Anybody who's willing to listen, she gonna say it. Let me just say that. Any chance she gets, she gonna bring it up. He's immature. Nick D is immature. I mean, my neighbors probably know that Nick is immature at this point, child. Who don't know that Nick D? If you don't know nothing else, I bet you know that Nick D is immature. Nick be doing a little bit too much of the flattery. I can tell that his love language got to be words of affirmation, because, baby, he just expect people to just toot his horn. Child. And then here come Katie tooting it, honey. Tooting it all the way up, time. She told her bestie that he looks good. She went and told Nick a few times he looked good. She said it to who said it? Who somebody else said she told her he looked good. She just went and was telling it to the world. Is that the type of behavior of a damn bestie? Like, I feel like it's nothing wrong with saying, oh girl, you got you a cute one. Okay, he cute. Okay, I see him, you know. But to keep on saying it so everybody know, like, Katie, have you had one too many drinks too? I was actually nervous about the little conversation that Katie and Nick D sat down and had, but as I kept listening, I felt like she was doing more of like constructive criticism. She was giving genuine feedback. Now they did throw in a little flirtatious things here and there or whatever, but it just wasn't as disrespectful as I have seen on the past Love is Blind episodes, in my opinion. This particular episode ends with Gary and Taylor talking about the whole DM situation. Then we move on along to Love is Blind season 7 episode 11, honey. Now this starts with Nick D and Hannah done made it home, and Hannah is asking, well, what the hell you and Katie was over there talking about for all them hours? Baby, I don't know. Listen, they say when you're drunk, you tell the truth. Hannah went to saying, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be where you are. I'm the one teaching you how to take the trash out. I'm the one teaching you how to boil some damn noodles. Baby, I'm raising you. I was just like, oh. She was big mad at her fiance and her bestie had a whole conversation for 3, 4, 5 hours. Had done forgot they was at the party. You know, I can see why I would be slightly irritated though, but I probably wouldn't go this far. Like I don't know how you would have handled it. I just feel like she went in on Nick D and he didn't do. I felt like he could have did so much worse being the way he is or how I believe he is. I felt like he could have done so much worse. I was proud of him. Because we already know him to be flirtatious and like to toot his own horn, and he loves to hear good things about himself. So I expected that. But I don't feel like he overly disrespected Hannah. If anything, she need to be side-eyeing her damn bestie. Child, I already knew Ashley was going to throw in the towel. I knew she was going to throw that whole good-ass, attractive-ass man away. I already knew that. I didn't even have no doubt in my mind that she would call off the wedding. No. I didn't see it coming. She just needed a few days. Maybe he gave her more information. I'm wishing we had it. And you know, she cooled off, slept on it, and she's all right. Then we see everybody show up, and they trying on tuxes. They picking out wedding dresses. But where the hell was Nick D and Hannah? I already knew this couple wasn't going to get married. I just knew that if they made it all the way to the altar, it was going to be a no. I don't know which one or both. I just knew somebody was going to say no. It wasn't going, that wasn't going to work. But I was not expecting them to just be like, okay, I'm done. We not finna waste no time. But I appreciated that. Don't waste these people's time. Don't waste these people's time. You knew damn well, they be knowing damn well. I don't like it though, where people literally go through the whole entire process knowing that this is not going to work. This ain't it. Having them people come there, prepare the wedding, picking out dresses, flying people down, wasting them people time sitting there only for you to stand up at the altar and say no. So I'm not mad at Hannah for saying, you know what, let me not play around. Let me not. Hannah said, hey, enough is enough. We need to have this talk and we need to have it goddamn now. She expressed that she was not willing to try anymore. She been trying and you're so damn immature. Okay. Yeah. And I just can't do it. I thought I could look past it, but I can't. Now, Nick D actually said that he was going to say yeah at the altar. Do y'all believe that? He said he ain't come this far to come this far. I felt that. I found it so strange that he orchestrated coming up with a reason why they didn't show up instead of just saying the real reason. Like, what was up with him orchestrating everything? He didn't want them to know that they were sexting. Was they sexting or not? I still don't know. I'm not sure. He didn't want nobody to know. He don't want to talk about it on camera. He don't want nobody to know that they decided to go their separate ways. He want to come up with some excuse like, Nick D, what is up with that? I think Hannah did the right thing though. Like I said, don't waste nobody's time. And that's pretty much how that ended, that episode. Then we get into Love is Blind season 7 episode 12. This episode starts with Ramses having concerns about Marissa's energy. Now I do remember when I got up to go get me something to eat, honey, a little bowl of ice cream. I ain't need it, but I got it, right? I remember Ramses and Marissa speaking about energies, and they was having some type of, whatever. I didn't pause the show for whatever reason. I kind of figured they were so perfect together, in my opinion. Like, they never came off as like having big major issues, like a few little, but not huge major issues. So I didn't pause it because I'm like, okay, it's probably nothing. Maybe she's still mad because he ain't helping picking out for the wedding. But now it all makes sense as to why he wasn't willing to help out with the wedding stuff. That man started having in the back of his mind second thoughts. I was just so taken aback, because where the hell was the doubts coming from, especially something like that? I just feel like it wasn't that. He blamed it on that, but it was a collective of things. Part of it was the whole Shein want to get on birth control because he not using no condom. I think part of it was also the whole prenup. Maybe her mama was too damn strong and in the business. Maybe the whole military thing. I just feel like it was a lot of things that kind of led to the whole conclusion of them not marrying. But I was blindsided. Anybody else was blindsided, baby? I was not expecting that. That's like somebody running up on you and just hitting you from behind. Like, that's literally what it gave. I was not expecting that. She felt so sure, and apparently he didn't. I think she wanted this so bad for her. So bad that she was literally asking this man, are you sure? Are you sure? Be sure, reconsider, please. It was giving, please don't do this to me. Like, literally begging. When I tell you this was the hardest thing for me to watch in all the seasons that I've been watching, you know, I felt so bad for her. I was so mad with Ramses. I was so mad. I want to run him one. Like, I really was like, Ramses, really? Like, what happened? Where did this come from? Like, I'm so confused. If anybody can enlighten me, because maybe it's something I missed, maybe something happened or something was done and he didn't like it and I missed it. Like, somebody help me. How do you go from what they gave in the past and in prior episodes to this? How you waste y'all time picking out tuxes? How you let that girl go and pick out wedding dresses? Then wake up the next day and just like that, change your damn mind. Now, hold on. To lighten the mood real quick, at 11 minutes and 17 seconds, was Ramses wearing thongs? What the hell was that on his back and up his ass? Footage got a little shaky. I think even the damn cameraman was taken aback. Like, it was a little turbulence, but I know I saw what I saw. And I'm just like, well, I had some concerns, you know what I'm saying? But is he around here wearing Marissa's underwear? Like, tell me I was not seeing things, honey. And if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, go to episode 11 at 11 minutes. And hold on, let me look down for reference to be sure I'm telling you. 11 minutes and 17 seconds. And you tell me if you seen them black thongs. Let me see that thong, baby. That thong said I like the way. I was not expecting him to stand up and hug on Marissa. First off, he wouldn't have even been able to hug me. Okay, I wouldn't have wanted to been comforted by his ass. But I wasn't expecting him to get up and that little shirt he was wearing lifted up. And you see the whole down. And it looked like the control wear type of thong. The one where, because I be wearing that one. That's how I know. The one where it's like, it snatches your stomach in. And it goes on up in the butt. It kind of slims your waist. And then it's. Why did I get so much of chills when she called her mom crying? Like, Mom, he called up the wedding and her mom's reaction. What? But the crying, it was like a different type of cry. It was like a cry of just, like, I've heard people cry before and be like sad and hurt, but her cry just really like sent chills up and down my body, like my arms, my spine. Even thinking about it now, like I just felt so bad for her. I wanted this for her. Like, and was I the only one that didn't see that coming? Like, I would have never expected that ending. I felt like they really enjoyed one another, was very compatible. So what the happened? Now, the mama did say that if he hurt her daughter, he was gonna cut his balls off. So I'm expecting her to come with her scissors to the reunion. We then see the couple say I do at the ending of this episode. Now, can I just be honest with y'all? I ain't even watch it in full. I fast forwarded. I ain't gonna lie. Yep, I cheated. I fast forwarded till they got to the altar to make sure, because I was very sure when it came to Ashley and Tyler and Garrett and Taylor. I wasn't so sure with telling Gary initially, but as the episodes went on, even with her finding out about the DMs and everything, like I just still was sure. So I didn't feel like watching the whole. So if I missed something, I did stop to see when Tyler was talking with his mom, and she asked, you know, were you, because they kept showing that little preview part, so I wanted to make sure he didn't say nothing that I needed, you know, maybe he did a little confession, okay, on his usher, but no, it wasn't nothing. So I fast on forward, and I got to the part where the ultimate everybody said I do. So that's how it ended. I was not shocked though. I wasn't shocked. I definitely wasn't surprised about Ashley and Tyler, right? If nobody else was leaving as a Mr. and Mrs., it was definitely them. Everybody looked nice. And at this point, baby, I'm just waiting for 9 o'clock to come so I can be able to go ahead and pull up to the reunion, baby. Okay, so I plan on recording the reunion tomorrow and hopefully dropping it tomorrow. So make sure you subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you ain't got to pull up to me, baby. It's going to pull up to you. Come down in them comment sections and talk to me. Like, I done did all this talking, baby. I know it's something you want to say as well. I done said more than enough. I am both thirsty and hungry, honey, so I'm going to go ahead and call y'all back.